Sir, so how is it
Good
looking?
evening.
How do you feel about the coming days? We know na medyo inakit ng konti yung capacity ng restaurants, both outdoors and indoors. But what is your ano pong nakikita nyo in the coming days, especially as we open A4 for some economic frontliners? How do you see that? Ano kasi medyo kinlarify din nila yung A4. But yung ibang tao, lalong nalabuan, parang nag-broaden yung ano. But how do you perceive everything?
Well, I think June would be better than May, as May was better than April. We have more vaccines coming in, and as you said, mga A4 frontliners na po ang mababakunahan starting next week. And it was just announced na our indoor dining capacity will be increased from 20% to 30%, plus an additional 10% for safety seal holders ng restaurant. So it's looking positive naman. It's looking much better.
What does all of that translate to? I mean, the 10% adjustment both in outdoors and indoors, what does that translate to in terms of business and for that matter in terms of jobs?
Right now at 30%, I am afraid it still will not have much impact. However, we're hoping that in the next few weeks there will be some more relaxation. We're hoping that curfew instead of 10 p.m. can be moved to midnight. That way we can have more dinner sales. Yun po mas malaki po may tutulong dahil at 10 p.m. po na curfew, malls, restaurants, they close earlier. People go home early.
Yeah.
And dinner dining is more than half of sales. So we really need a later curfew just so we can have more dinner sales.
Sir, if you don't mind, sir. Go ahead.
You're also pushing for fully vaccinated seniors to be allowed sa restaurants, back in restaurants. Sa ngayon po, anong impact no na malaki? Kasi I know people go to many restaurants, people want to go with their families, with lolo and lola, na wala na nga yung mga bata. Gaano kalaki ba yung impact nun? Nawala yung mga seniors.
Well, I can speak from personal experience. My parents are in their 80s and isang taon na po sila nakulong. Pwede po silang pumunta sa maraming lugar pero sa restaurant bawal.
Yes.
And that time sinasabi po kasi that they are at one of the greatest risk sector of our society. However, we wonder why the vaccinated seniors are still not allowed to go out into restaurants. So we're asking government, we're asking LGUs to start relaxing restrictions against vaccinated seniors.
Meron na ba kayong parang kahit initial reaction? You've sounded them out? Meron na ba kayong nararamdaman na are they leaning toward granting your request?
I think it has resonated well with both LGU and national government. We're just trying to find the safest way to go about this. After all, ang habol din po naman namin ay public safety and safety of our seniors. We want to be sure that everything is in place for them, for the seniors' restrictions to be relaxed.
Sir, if you don't mind, sir, I'd like to back up a bit kasi it's been a year since the pandemic started and one of the hardest hits, syempre, yung restaurant industry kasi sa restaurant, kailangan ka lang magtanggal ng mask at magbukas ng bibig. Wala kang choice well, we've heard some numbers floated around in the last year, pero I'd like to get it from you. What's it like for the restaurant industry now in terms of, yung mga nagsara, yung mga hindi na magbubukas ulit, yung mga naglipatan ng industriya, and so on down the line. In stark numbers po, what are we looking at? Kasi papansin ko, kahit nag-GCQ tayo, talagang may mga hindi na bumukas na restaurant at ang mga mall never went back to normal talaga So I'd like to ask you for a bit of background on how your industry has fared or is faring in the last year.
Based on industry data, ang 2020 performance namin versus 2019, we are down to 60% of 2019 sales. And ang assessment po ng mga experts, sabi nila, para makabalik po ng 2019 level, abutin po kami hanggang 2025. This is not taking into account but the number of restaurant growth, yes. It's not taking into account pa the number of restaurants who have closed who might not open again, lalo na po yung mga generations old na restaurant. So
Yeah.
that's a very sad fact for us right now. What we're trying to do is to keep as many restaurants afloat as possible to survive this quarter and next quarter and one more quarter and then on to next year. Ang difference po, as you said, between last year and this year, we've been in lockdown for over a year na. Ang GCQ po natin last year, we had 50% capacity. This year, we only have 30%. And strangely, this year, meron po tayong vaccine, whereas last year, wala. So we're hoping that as the vaccine supply improves, as more people get vaccinated, dahan-dahan magkakaroon ng kumpiyansa ang tao lumabas para kumain sa restaurant. Kung tularan po natin ng Amerika ngayon na lagpas kalahati na pong nabakunahan na mga mamamayan nila, hindi na po required ang mask. Dahil ang findings po nila, ang mga bakunado ay may minimal risk to catch COVID or to pass on the virus to others. So I'm hopeful na by the time we get significant numbers of our population vaccinated, much more of our restrictions will be relaxed and it will feel a lot more normal.